Okay, back here again. Was a stutter, or at least a very, very slight one, when I was testing my stuff, so I hope it doesn't actually happen, because that would be quite annoying if it did. In the meantime, wow, it's been 4 days? It's been that long? Sure as hell I haven't felt like it. I've been super busy. Busy with work, busy with games, you know, Genshin, got an update, Final Fantasy 14. I've been playing, Hytale came out. The case of, you know, Hytale came out, 14th, that was 2 days ago. That would have been Genshin. This would have been yesterday, so that was... I was meaning to do it and then I got distracted, so yeah, that's my 16th today, which is what I'm doing, so that is that. Enough about that. Let's get on. Hey, yo everyone, Nico here and welcome back to the Tez Ready channel. Today is episode 4 in our playthrough through Inazuma 11 Victory Road's BB Stadium mode. Last time we faced off as my GOATS team, Zeus, finishing up the Season 1 teams. Now we're going on to the Season 2 teams, starting with the first villains of Inazuma 11 2, Gemini Storm. Without further ado, let's get into it against my GOAT immediately. Now time of recording this, has been a few days since my last playthrough. However, I do remember that I talked about what I liked about the game. This time... I haven't thought of a topic yet. I'll think of one in the meantime. I'm sure it'll just cut to me when I actually thought of one. Over there. Hell yeah, we love those wins. I don't know what that was about. I don't want to waste tension on this. Hell yeah, let's go. What are you gonna think to talk about? Yeah, I got figure. Bomb protocol. No penalty. Hell yeah. Out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way. Water veil, baby. Actually, you know what? That's a good idea. Since we are doing alias teams, I've decided, you know what? This episode, it'll be me ranking all of the alias teams. Because I can't think of anything else. And I was thinking of like ranking, you know, quite a few other things, but they'll be separate videos, to be honest. Oh wow, these guys are... I can't believe this is the first shot I'm getting off, really. Thank you. Astro Break. Doesn't have it voiced, surprisingly. Okay, well, I guess we'll start with listing out all the alias teams I will be ranking. So first of all, there is obviously Gemini Storm, the one we're playing as today. There's Epsilon. I'll count Epsilon and Kai as the same team. Oh wow, Keeper's Grit. Doesn't beat the wall. Damn it. There's Epsilon. Then, of course, there is... Oh, beat the wall, hell yeah. Prominence, Diamond Dust, Chaos, Genesis. That should... Yeah, I think that's all of them, yeah. So surprisingly, there's only 5 teams in total, which... You know, you'd probably think there's more, but you play against the same team so much that they don't really need to have more. And personally, I don't feel like only having 5 teams takes away from anything. I feel like in the game, only having 3 teams is a bit disappointing. But in the anime, since they adapt all 5 teams, it's a lot more bearable. But let's start off with the weakest team, personally, of all of those. And for me, I gotta say, it's probably Prominence. Personally, there's quite a few reasons for why I think Prominence is my personal weakest. Not like strength-wise, as in favorite or story-wise kind of thing. What? The main reason why, for me, it's the weakest is because they don't really get anything in the anime. Torch just kind of shows up during Okinawa, does a cool, like, haha, I've got a cool kick, and then just leaves. And then next time we see him, if I remember correctly, he's in chaos. Finally scored my first goal. So, outside of the anime, Prominence doesn't have anything. Well, no, outside of the game, Prominence doesn't have anything. And in the game, they're a post-game team as well. You have to actively go out of your way to face them. And if I'm remembering correctly, they're in a really annoying part of the game as well. I think they're located in the forest on the way to Mount Fuji, which is a nightmare. But I could be misremembering because it's been quite a few years. But another reason I think Prominence is probably the weakest team is also because outside of Torch, their character designs aren't, you know, by Alien Inazuma 11 standards. I don't remember too many of their character designs, to be honest. The only ones I can remember are the one that I actively hate because of what they did to Aphrodite. You know, I think his name is like, I don't want to remember his name. But basically, the guy who injured Aphrodite because of reasons just can magically escape heaven this time. Never explained why. Oh, fuck off. Oh, come on. But yeah, and Torch, obviously. I don't really remember their goalie either. Because the Ice Team goalie is who's in goal for Chaos. That's the one I remember. And also, I think Ice Block is probably a cooler move compared to Prominence. Who I think get burnt out. But anyway, yes, mostly because out of a lot of the teams in Alias, they're the ones who get the least. And therefore I don't really care too much about them. Torch as a character is really cool as well. But personally I think if I had to choose between those two, I would go with Gazelle. Mainly because... Oh, thank you. Mainly because I much prefer Northern Impact. And also just this team in general. But I still really like Torch. I'm just not a big fan of Atomic Flare's end. Like the end of Atomic Flare when they do the Hisatsu. Oh yeah. And that's my honest opinion. Outside of that, because they're so forgettable, I don't remember, you know, most of them, which is a negative in and of itself. So, Prominence are in 5th place. And let me focus on this, because we're in quite a pickle. In quite a bad situation. And I'll see you back in the next match, or at the end of this one. When we'll discuss the team in 4th place. See you in a bit. Oh, what a phenomenal pass. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Hell yeah. Let's go. Sliding tackle. Haha, you will not catch me unless you force me into the line, which in that case it doesn't matter. Oh no. Yeah, try to block this. I'm talking about castle walls here, not the... yeah, I think that's what I'll probably do, is I'll probably have it so I talk a bit, for probably about like a majority of the match, but then between topics I'll turn my brain off and just show the goals, share the highlights. I think I did Rymon again, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. No idea. But that is first match down. Pretty nice. Next, oh, Epsilon. Wow. I mean, I'm not too surprised considering alien teams, but let's go start. Oh, we're facing... No, we're not facing Epsilon Kai. We're just on the Merry Times pitch, which is kind of weird. Oh, he's got a counter shot. I feel like this team's a lot more well-rounded compared to the previous teams we've been doing. Oh yeah, we finally got a unique, you know, finally got a unique dialogue option. Okay. Wow, rude. That's what rude people deserve. Stop! Let me build up tension, you idiots. You're not winning these. Oh yeah, there's voiced. Oh, nice. That did a bit, yeah, decent chunk. Keeper's Grip. Oh, okay. So Keeper's Grip forces him to go into Epsilon Kai mode. That's an interesting bit. I didn't know that. That's really cool. That is very cool. But anyways, on to my 4th rank team. So 5th rank is Prominence. 4th rank. Now this might be a little bit controversial, but I'm actually going to say the 4th rank is nice Storm. I genuinely think that, because don't get me wrong, as a introduction team, they're really amazing. They do their job perfect. Like, there's absolutely no complaints from me about them being an introductory villain. And their designs are incredibly unique. There is no denying that at all. They've got good designs, they're pretty memorable, and they're the first villains in a pretty good season. The main reason I am putting them this low, however, is mostly because they don't, it feels like they don't get anything other than being one note, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting Inazuma to have in-depth villains or whatever. Like, oh, this is for some, you know, I'm not expecting that. But the thing is, the only things they get are, they show up, they beat Raimon, leave. They show up, they beat Raimon, leave. Show up, lose to Raimon, leave. And that's it. So in other words, while I am praising their design and what they did for the story, for what it is, because, again, it is really good. The problem is, that's all they've got. Compared to Epsilon Kai, who has Dvalin, who is kind of like a rival to Mark, to be honest. You know, he did a lot for Mark. He's also, you know, Epsilon is where, you know, the team against Axel, Sean's development starts happening. It's, you know, compared to that, Gemini Storm is not, to be honest, anything noteworthy. Like the major conflict we had during Gemini Storm as well didn't happen because of them specifically. They didn't cause Axel to leave, just the, you know, people behind him in general did. Also, this is significantly easier than Zeus. Wow. I'm not complaining though. So yeah, that's generally my opinion on why I play them so low. However, I do got to admit, I mean, I'm also playing now as well. Some pretty good designs. However, I will admit, a lot of their Hisatsus are boring. They're so boring. What? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't pass. That was the AI that did that. And I don't know why. How very strange. But anyway, like I said, compared to the other teams, I think they're a little bit lacking. And their Hisatsus are no exception. Astro Break is, well, a pretty cool move. It gets overused a lot, and that's the only shooting... Okay, it's one of, like, 2 shooting moves they actually have. The other one being Cosmic Blast. Which I'd say this is definitely their best move that they get as a team. It's a really cool move, I like the idea. The execution is pretty cool as well. So Astro Break's just kind of like a really long wind up, and then just shoots the ball straight, and you're like, that's it? Hell yeah, just what I wanted, a breach. Then obviously they get gravitation, which is a pretty air move, I'd say. It's pretty good, but they use it so much. Asteroid Belt, which you never really see them use, but that's very good. But yeah, look, Harvest. Harvest is pretty simple, to be honest. It's just two people slide tackling. Super Sumo Stomp isn't really an alias move. Photon Crash is probably my... yeah. Photon Crash is okay, but it's kind of stupid. My favorite is by far Asteroid Belt. No, summon an Asteroid Belt and you fire it at the opponents. That's pretty good. I'm a big fan of that. But other than Cosmic Blast, Asteroid Gate's a bit meh. However, their goalie move is somehow even worse. It's literally just a black hole. It's not even original either. Will that go through? Will this go through the wall? No, damn it. I was really hoping. Don't make me hate you by stuff. Oh god, that really fucked up. That did nothing. Oh, I hate it when they do that. The AI just somehow, you know, full sprint ahead. Thank you. And you're done for. And you're not done for, you're on 3, wow. But yeah, so... Gemini Storm, pretty good team. I'd say the 4th weakest though. Yeah. Yeah, Black Hole is that too. I just think is kind of not great, to be honest. That's the main reason why. That's the main reason why I think their Hitachis are boring, because you know you kind of already had that in the cult match, or at least something similar, and you're like, come up with anything more original. Like if they start repeating moves in the Go games, it's fine. There's been 3 games, roughly around 4. You know, if you include a few, include like strikers or something, I don't know. But long story short, running out of move ideas in the 2nd game and just reusing an occult one, it's, no, I'm not a fan. But yeah, overall that's my thoughts on Gemini Storm. Which means that the list is currently prominent. And Gemini Storm, 4th place. And I'll see you once we finish the match and start talking about 3rd place, which might be pretty interesting. What your thoughts are. Oh boy, I'm tired. I've got to do another one after this too. Oh well. That is how it goes. Is it a price for not doing it yesterday? Yeah, the fact they're an hour and a half each is brutal, man. Like, it's almost been half an hour and I'm not even partway through the 2nd match. Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Wanted to make sure I have enough space. Okay. And we'll get S rank. And I believe this is S rank. Oh yeah, easy. Let's go. Take a while, guess I'll say command mode doesn't work. No, there we go. Hell yeah. Well, that works, just immediately to the... Keep us great, that's okay, fine. I'll cotton blast this one instead of sneak attacking. I barely did anything, jeez. But that is S rank, the match is over. And that was the 4th ranked team. Now, I know it would have been like more suitable to say Epsilon, but unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, I think they're a better team than Gemini Storm in most ways. Oh, we're up against. Oh, this is the first ever match. It's going to be Destroyed Raimon. So I know that's a map. I know that's a field. Why? Isn't the whole point that we absolutely destroy Raimon? But anyway. You've been keeping track. The list is as follows. 5th place, Prominence. 4th place, Gemini Storm, who we're playing as now. Well, for my 3rd place, I'm actually going to put... This is probably the toughest one for me, personally. Oh yeah, I forgot, they always just play the certain part of the opening, or like the theme song when you shoot. Quite weird. But anyway, yeah. 3rd place is a close one between 3rd and 2nd, to be honest. But for 3rd place, I'm gonna go with Chaos. I just realized I forgot Chaos. Chaos at the beginning and then proceeded to forget about them. Okay, never mind. So, scrap all of that, the ranking is... Guess a bit here. 7th place. Prominence. 6th place. Hurry up. 6th place. Gemini Storm. 6th place is... Yeah, no. Oh yeah. Anyways, I just realized that I was getting it wrong. Oh, barely won thanks to the elements. Yeah. I said at the beginning of the video, but proceeded to forget and thinking there's only 5 teams instead of 6 because I forgot Chaos. But the new ranking is number 6. Prominence. Number 5. Gemini Storm. Number 4. As I mentioned, number 4 and number 3 are pretty close together. But I'd actually say for number 4, I'm going to go with Genesis, the final boss team. Now, I'll admit number 3 is higher due to personal bias, but we'll talk about that once we get there. But long story short, this is getting into the realm of I really like every team. It's not a case of this team is lower, therefore it's bad. And I like all of the teams anyway. It's just that Prominence, you know, kind of forgettable because they don't get anything outside of Torch. And Gemini Storm, you forget about them after I kill them. Can't forget about them, but you get the idea. We discussed that last time. Chaos is a very good team. They've got some, you know, they're the final boss team, so of course they're pretty good. They've got Xavier, who's a staple character. I love Xavier so much. Someone I want on a mainstay in a team a lot of the time. You know, he's on my Inazuma 11 Victory team. I think he might be on my Chronostones team as well. I don't remember. They've got Bellatrix, one of the first prominent female football antagonists in the game. Who's, you know, has a good parallel with Xavier as well. Oh, wow. Nah, Jack's got that. Yeah. And my personal favorite on Genesis, Neuro. Primarily because, well, other than his design looking very cool, he's also got some of the coolest moves in the entirety of Inazuma 11 2. That being... Please go over the wall. Please go... It won't go over the wall. Crap. That being Temporal Wall and Brachyon Net. Oh, it does go over the wall. Lucky. But yeah, Temporal Wall especially. I know it's a punch, but that doesn't mean it's bad or anything. But he's got by far the most memorable design. As a goalie, he's just kind of, you know, he's so small, so it really stands out. But some of their defenders are also pretty good as well. But the main reason why they're so, well, I say so low, the reason why I prefer the other 3 teams to them is mostly because you play them twice and one of them's a stomping. So it's a similar situation to Gemini Storm, except you play them less and they're the final team, which means they're automatically a lot more significant, which is good. The main thing about it is that I just, outside of Neuro, I just don't really care about their Hisatsus at all. Again, we're not ranking their matches, we're ranking the teams. Because the match against Genesis is very good. A lot of it, obviously, Sean's big moment being a phenomenal piece of the game. There we go. Nice. But yeah, so the primary reason I've put them quite low is because their Hisatsus are very air. Meteor Blade is sick, I love it, but that I don't really call that a Gemini. Or no, not Gemini. I keep saying Gemini because I'm playing as Gemini Storm. Genesis. I think I wouldn't call Meteor Blade a Genesis move, I'd call that a Xavier move. so they're quite different. And obviously the goalie's got great moves, but other than that, the only move I like other than those ones is Southern Cross. I think Southern Cross is an amazing move. I really enjoy it. It's definitely the thing I put on my, well, it's something to put on my test cap while I don't have Eye of the Storm, because I think it kind of suits him pretty well. But other than that, a lot of their Hisatsus are kind of forgettable. They're space penguins, you know, space penguins, which I still think is like the dumbest type of penguins they've ever done. Aha, we've got these penguins, except they're in spell. What the fuck? I lost that. How? Actually, how did I lose that? Out, 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 out. Damn it. What the hell are you doing over there? Cross-side. Fuck. But yeah, so Genesis has, main reason is their designs are not as forgettable as Gemini Storms, obviously outside of their main characters. So I can remember a few Genesis, but still, comparatively to the other ones, you know, I don't really care too much about them, and their appearance isn't exactly that great either. Move. Over to you. Above the wall. I'd say that was worth it. Alongside their Hisatsus, well, like, alongside about 60% of their Hisatsus being pretty forgettable, for an, especially for an boss team as well. They're also just, how do I put it? Out of all the final teams, in the OG trilogy, they're the most forgettable. If we're including all of them, personally speaking, the only one that's worse than them is Dragon Link, because they literally come out of nowhere, placing a team that's kind of better than them, like design-wise and ideas-wise, that kind of thing. They're kind of like a, how do I put it? They're a slightly better Gemini Storm, but I still really enjoy them. But yeah, so if you're wondering, oh, why aren't you including the matches? I mean, I kind of am, but a lot of great moments in that match happen right on the side, not their side. 4 goals, I'll take it. But yeah, that's my 4th place reasoning. It's probably not too flimsy, and to be honest, I'm getting kind of tired. I don't know why I'm tired, but I just am. Hell yeah. That is my 4th. Yeah, 4th team in the ranking. I don't pick my favorite Hisat from Genesis, outside of Nero's ones and Xavier's Meteor Blade. I'd probably say probably Gaia Break. I think that's their move. Oh, go Raimon. Yeah, I'd say Gaia Break. Supernova's pretty okay, but I'm not huge on it. Space Penguins is ridiculous. But that's about Genesis. Now that's... Yeah. Thank you. Harvest. But anyways, like I was saying. But anyways, now for third place on my tier list. And for this one, I'm going to put... That's a tough one. I've got two in mind. Yeah, I'll go for Diamond Dust. You probably saw this coming if you were thinking about it. The main reason why I'm putting Diamond Dust this high, you know, above the final boss team, Keeper's Great Shopping, you know, above the team with the final boss, above the team with the first boss, and, you know, prominence. The main reason is the justice the anime gave them. They do an amazing job. No, it's not just because Aphrodite comes back. I swear it's not just because of that. That is a big reason. And I know it kind of goes off against, like, they didn't, you know, that wasn't them, that was the other team kind of thing. I know it goes against it, but Aphrodite coming back and absolutely destroying them is so cool. I love it so much, and the fact that they like absolutely ruined it in Chronicle mode is very sad. In Chronicle mode comes back in prominence for some reason, and then just immediately Heaven's time. Then it gets, oh no, wait, Heaven's time stopped working. And you're like, the fuck do you mean stop working? Out of the way. Ow! Please get out of the way. Ah, this is gonna drive me insane. Thank you. Anyway, like I was saying, there's a few reasons I think Dark Dust is this high up for me. Primarily it's because they're a lot more memorable. I like Gazelle quite a lot. I think I prefer Gazelle to Torch and... Actually, no, not Torch and just... I think I prefer Gazelle to Torch as well. Or I think I do. Right. But anyway, the reason why Diamond Dust is higher than a lot of the teams is primarily because I really like Gazelle. Gazelle's a really cool character. His move, Northern Impact, is one of the coolest ones they introduced. Pun not intended. But I think the whole ice theme, because obviously we've got an ice theme with Sean Frost as well, there's no denying that, so it's kind of repeating themes. But the fact that they managed to make an entirely new ice team, and it doesn't feel like Sean's out of place, or, you know, it doesn't feel like, oh yeah, well Sean's moves are, they're just Sean's moves but slightly different. They're actually pretty unique. Additionally, a lot of their place designs are super interesting as well. I still can remember quite a lot of them. The match against Raimon that ends in 1-1 is really good as well. They do great justice. They show that, oh hey, you know, Raimon's getting stronger, but still there's teams that are above their level. Before getting, you know, interrupted, I'm pretty sure. If I'm remembering correctly. Hell yeah. That's okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, ton of damage. But yeah, their Hisatsus are really good. I like... If I had to pick one Hisatsu I hate, it would be Ice Block. I think as a Hisatsu it's pretty lame. But the design of the Keeper, Beluga I think his name is pretty cool. Very memorable. Obviously he's the goalie for Chaos. What else? I say they get introduced at a good point in the story. Coming off Ricardo, really? And generally speaking, both the anime and the game, okay, mostly the anime, because the game they're in the same situation to Prominence. But the anime definitely gives them a lot more attention. Which I think a lot of it is deserved, 100%. Like, I do wish Prominence actually got that kind of attention to detail as well. Where they get their own episode or map or whatever, instead of facing off against, you know, they just kind of fade into obscurity. Alongside being yeah, I'd say that's very interesting, but also I feel like if you compare them to Prominence, personally I think Prominence loses any day of the week, just in terms of design, and basically it has a lot of what Prominence didn't, what Prominence needed, what Prominence actually needed in order to succeed, which is obviously good representation in the anime, interesting non-throwaway character designs, that kind of thing. Yeah, that is... I know I'm rambling on and on, or kind of, but that's my number 3. Bam. Oh no, not number 3, number 4, sorry. Into the net. That is number 3. Hell yeah. Way to go. Let's see. Over to you. I think it's this one actually, yeah. I haven't actually done that in a long time. Play smart. Oh, he catched it. He catched it, he caught it. Man, I'm not doing well today, I'll tell you that much. I am extremely tired. Maybe it's just because the Stadium's kind of boring. I'm going to be honest, but oh well. In the meantime, while I'm aiming to score this 4th goal, unless anything really interesting happens, I'll see once the match ends. Mr. Keeper. Despite the fact that was definitely going in. Brutal. Wow, that did a lot. But yeah, on the process of... That's roughly my thoughts on Genesis. In scoring his 4th goal, I'll see you once the match is over. Honestly, don't want to do anything right now because I'm so fucking tired for some reason. And also I'm 4-0 and it doesn't really matter. Bloody photon crash. Yeah, that's to be expected. Don't matter. Oh wow. Seriously? I won't count the shot list, but it's worth a shot. Cool. They managed to get a shot off in the end, but that didn't matter. Still 4-0. Victory! Let's go. Thank you very much. Now we're up against Chrono Storm. Okay. Let's get started. Now, if you've been keeping track, because I'm struggling too, because this, oh. Wow, that actually works. Because unfortunately, today seems to be a pretty bad day for me because I'm pretty tired, but oh well. Number 6, Prominence. Number 5, Gemini Storm. Number 4, Genesis. Number 3, Diamond Dust. Now on to number 2. And personally, never mind, I'm gonna get cut off by Gabby. Great job, Gabby. You wasted my time. So what the hell? Weird camera. Ah, stop. Wow, this is not going great. Anyways, for number 2, I have decided to go with Chaos. Now there is a big reason why I think this one's above a lot of the other teams. Obviously, being a combination post-game team definitely helped. There is absolutely no denying that. Wow, on the topic of aliens. Like, there is absolutely no denying. Wow. I'm surprised they got a shot off. But yeah, Chaos is as far as endgame teams go, very good. I'm a big fan. As you know, the anime has actually adapted almost all the big endgame teams. Actually, no, the anime adapted all of the endgame teams combined in the OG series. Obviously not how they did Team Zero in a movie. How did you get that? But I think out of all the matches for the opposing teams in the OG series, the one against Chaos is definitely the best. I know Chaos, they look, you know, it's equal, and then they suddenly go one up. However, I think out of all the characters they picked for Chaos, they picked the correct ones. In terms of design, they picked the most memorable ones from each team. The whole match itself is really, really good. The whole idea that they're such a powerful team, despite the fact that they don't trust each other, their teamwork's all over the place, quite shoddy. But they still managed to absolutely destroy Roman. So, also they've got, you know, Gazelle and Torch, some of the most memorable people from Inazuma 11 2. So by no means is Chaos, you know, bad, but I think they fall short of the first place position for me, mainly because of two reasons. First reason being, Fire Blizzard's fucking sucks as a move. It's the final ultimate combination move of the endgame teams, and they both kick the ball at the same time with an ice or fire wrapped leg. We got Crossfire, you know, which is a phenomenal move. I love Crossfire. I think it's one of the best. I think it's one of the best moves in the entirety of Inazuma 2. But the ending teams get such a worse version, not even of Crossfire. It's nothing like Crossfire. It's such a bad version that you're just sitting here wondering, whose idea was this? Didn't they come up with anything better? Because that's what sure as hell what it felt like for me. So yeah, the first reason why it's not number one is mainly because Blizzard sucks, but also the fact that you don't really. It's the last time Gazelle and Torch show up in the entire series, you know, for Inazuma 11 2. And outside of destroying Raimon, nothing happens. You know, the end game team, and it's just kind of like Genesis lose, and then it's, oh, and we never see them again. Even, you know, because Xavier comes off and just kicks them off, and that's it. You're like, what? Why? Can't we get a rematch with them? You know, aren't they super interesting and stuff? But no, they're just... Okay, I don't get how I lost that, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, just delay taking your shot, please. Thank you. Double drop, damn. But yeah, so their resolution's disappointing. Come on, get there in time, get there in time. Fuck. Keep it Brit. Yeah, so that's my honest thoughts. Yeah, I don't know that move. Wormhole's so much better. But that's mainly why they aren't number one. but their kit's really cool. The idea of combining fire and ice is really cool. Their match is really cool. Aphrodite in the anime, which I'm not a big fan of. I think that's kind of stupid, but it's a lot better than, you know, whatever the fuck his name is. Another shot. Oh, I should have used explosion, but fucking hand beam. Take the fucking hand beam. Is it really stupid? Absolutely. Who cares though? Because it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, so that's my honest opinion on Chaos. And if you've been keeping track, you'll know who my number one is, and to be honest, I'd be surprised if it wasn't everyone else's number one as well. Or at least, you know, I'd understand if there's, you know, a number two or whatever. If it's number two, that makes perfect sense as well. Can you let me... Bam. 2-0. You know, that would also be acceptable, but generally that's my honest thoughts. But enough about that. Apologies for kind of being all over the place today, but we'll see you in the next match. Oh, barely dodged that. If I score any goals, you get to see them. Otherwise, see once the match is over. Yeah. Hell yeah, it gave me enough tension for Cosmic Blast. Bam. That's the third goal. Oh yeah, that's my safety net. Wow, they might actually score on me. Let's see, go here. Oh, damn it, not enough for another counter shot. Ooh, what a through ball. Wow. Joan of Arc. Damn it, how the hell did you manage to catch that? Out of the way. Are they gonna score on me? They might score on me. Wait, Roma? Oh yeah, they scored on me. I've got to applaud them. They're like the third team to do that. Out of the way. Okay. Doesn't look like we'll be able to get a fourth, unfortunately. But that is the match done. Let's move on to discussing one of my favorite alias teams. Let's jump into it. Naganohara A. Well, considering the amount of Naganoharas, we're going to run into it eventually, so it's not too surprising. So, yep, cool. Oh, my number one, it is of course Epsilon. I think out of, just generally out of villain teams, Epsilon is really good. Like, not just a great alias team, they're a really, really good villain team in Inazuma 11 as well. There's multiple reasons for this. Yeah, there's absolutely multiple reasons for this being the case. The primary reason why this is the case is, out of a lot of the villain teams, they feel like the only ones with character progression. Because a lot of villain teams, you know, they're one and done. Or if they're multiple, there's usually not really any development between the first and last times. You're the one who changed, not them. So think of it as the difference between like a Royal Academy, for example, in Go 1, and, you know, a one-off team in FF, in the original Football Frontier. It kind of feels like that. Epsilon come back multiple times. That's a running theme with all the Alias teams. But each time it's different, it feels unique. They're unique. And mostly because Dvalin is just such a cool character. I really... Well, okay. He's cool in Alias. Outside of Alias, Dave Quag. But Alias, at least, is the catalyst. Let's go. In Alias, it's by far the best antagonist because he's willing to. He's got a personality, and he's willing to, you know, get better because he enjoys it. He's not evil for the sake of evil. Sure, he's got his own goals and motivations, obviously following his father or whatever. But he's also, you could tell that he's, you know, having fun. He's like, yes, I enjoy this. Give me more. So when, you know, you draw with them, it's good. You've grown stronger. To match that, it gets even stronger. And, you know, it's a passion. It really shows his character. Like, actual character, not like he's a good guy or anything. Because, you know, alien, kind of bad. 5! Oh, great. And he's got Entertainer now. But yeah, Dvalin, you know, kind of acts as Mark's rival for a short while. You know, in a season where Darren kind of exists and is also, you know, quote unquote Mark's, I wouldn't say rival, but, you know, someone alongside. Dvalin, you know, phenomenal job. Really think he did an amazing job. Also, their moves are interesting. They've got one of the best matches in the entire series. Obviously, the Okinawan one where Axel comes back. That's phenomenal. Fire Tornado breaking through Wormhole, which was a monster of a move. And, you know, upgrading from, you know, Eternal Blizzard can break through to No It Can't, and then that sets off Sean's entire thing. Tatsus are amazing. Gunganir is phenomenal. I really enjoy that. Not a huge on Drill Smasher, to be honest. Ganymede Ray, obviously hilarious. There's just such, you know, such good moves. So Divine is great. So good. So Dvalin is a great antagonist, probably the best alien antagonist in the series, for me, as an alien at least. Riker, wow. Boom, nice. So yeah, he's, you know, probably the best one. Their matches are amazing. They've got so much personality and character. It's just kind of, you know, it's sweeping win, okay. They're just the best of my favorite. But I know it's only halfway through. That is my ranking. Don't really have much more to say about, you know, Epsilon. I just think they're a solid team. Their designs as well. Dvalin, Zeph, Hell, I even remembered Zeph's name for crying out loud. Their designs are cool. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. So, if something interesting happens. Actually, you know what? I've still got half left. I'll try and think of something. Let's see. I know. I'll tell you what, because I think what they did with Epsilon was amazing. I don't think there's anything else I would have preferred. What they did with Epsilon. But I feel like they could have done something more. And I'm going to be speaking mostly on the anime side of things here. Mainly because the game's, you know, slightly different with the game. It's a your own. Oh wow! As those are mostly at your own pace. With the anime, I feel like they should have done more with, like, getting to know. How do I put it? I wish it still had more of a personality. Because I like at the beginning when they introduced their, we're these unstoppable, you know, aliens, and this is our duty and whatever. And the air of mystery it gives them. They just show up and know and absolutely destroy us. I like that. I think it's good. But the problem is they keep this up constantly. They go around kidnapping the Prime Minister, destroying, like, Tokyo Tower or something ridiculous. It's some absolutely wild stuff while keeping this air of mystery, but they never actually progress. You know what I mean? Like, think about it compared to Epsilon, where you see their progression. Or hell, you know, Genesis has Savior, you know, and his whole thing of you see him when he's not an alien and he's just a regular guy, and you're like, what the hell's up with this? What the hell's up with him? Okay. So, you know, you see him when he's a regular alien, and you're like, what's up with him? Ooh, Shinrai. And the same with, you know, Torch and, you know, Torch and Gazelle. Oh, wow, they actually, they're like, props to them. They also managed to score. Wow, I'm doing not that great. But anyway, obviously, think about it as this. Villains that grow are better than villains that are one note. And in this case, you know, Gemini Storm grow at all. They stay stagnant. It's kind of like a level that Raimon needs to reach before. Yeah, they're a level. They're something that Raimon has to get to, where a lot of it's back and forth, and that back and forth is what makes a lot of matches entertaining. So obviously, as I discussed, you know, earlier, Epsilon back and forth. You know, you face them for 3 minutes, you lose. But because it wasn't a full match, you don't know how it's going to go. Then you face them again after doing some training, and you're tied. And they come back stronger, and you need Axel to save the day, who's also gotten stronger. But then also, you know, it's that kind of thing. That makes good, you know. It's good progression, it's good, you know, makes you care about the story more. Whereas Gemini Storm are just a wall, kind of. They don't move. Both personality and strength is kind of the same. You know, chaos, it's a case of prominence and diamond dust. They evolve by creating chaos. And Genesis evolved throughout their match as well. It's that kind of situation, whereas Gemini Storm stay the same. So that's one why I think Gemini Storm is one of the weaker ones as well. And that is my tier list. I've now got one more match. I'll think of something, but I hope you'll enjoy that. If you disagree or agree, please feel free to let me know. I'll be more than happy to discuss it. Okay, and on to the next match. Royal Academy. Oh, Seasoned Royal Academy. So this is the second match, I guess. What a weird team for this specifically. Well, without further ado, let's kick off. I guess I'll discuss what my thoughts are on it. So I never really talked about what I thought of Inazuma 11 as a whole, or Inazuma 11 2 specifically as a whole. Yeah, I'll spend this match doing that then. Personally, Inazuma 11 2 is where it starts getting, you start getting the full picture of just how insane this series is and can get. I think it's definitely the biggest turning point of anyone who's watching the show. You know, the first season is very back and forth. There we go. The first season is very, you know, pretty standard, but it's really, the first season, great, really good. But it's kept, you know, it's only football, you know, people who play football in a normal world with crazy powers. But this is season 2, it comes in swinging. Like, obviously you don't know the truth behind the aliens, but it's, you know, you go from a international, you know, a national tournament to there's aliens and they're a different planet, and you're like, what do you mean? So it really tests your, you know, sense of disbelief. You know, to be honest, I'm not supposed to disbelieve. Basically, it's a case of, it's when the series shows up and shows what it's really got to offer. Because personally, I was already pretty old when I first originally watched season 1. I thought season 1 was, you know, great. I really enjoyed it a lot. Season 2 is when things start getting, you know, it's a big break. Because obviously there's a lot of things where if you've watched 26, 27 episodes of a show, well, you know full well if you like it by the time you keep going. But this is you'll either absolutely love the developments, just kind of think they're a bit too ridiculous. But obviously this is Inazuma 11, so the ridiculousness absolutely sells it. Like, aliens? Hell yeah! That's an absolute blast, you know? That kind of feeling. I think the story-wise, I'm very happy with how they did it, you know? Because it's immediately, you know, Rhino are the strongest in Japan, and it doesn't immediately go to international. That's a very common thing to do. The fact that they're like, okay, so now there's an internal threat going on. that barely anyone knows what the hell's happening in the first place. It's up to them to travel around the country. You know, encountering the people that they might not have faced along the way that would have been a good challenge. So I think the concept's very good. Good. A lot of the new characters as well. So obviously it's a new season. You get to introduce new characters. I think this is where the characters really start to shine. You don't get, you know, the original people. A lot of the original team you get to know that just kind of side characters. Steve, Sam, Timmy, Jim. They get sidelined. So you have to build a new team with, you know, all the people. All new people, so you have to go recruiting and you get to learn them. You know, Tsunami's amazing. Such an interesting character. I'm not, to be honest. I think the character is probably my second least favorite after Stu, because Stu, Simpy Sue. Not a fan of Sue, to be honest. But Darren's pretty cool. Obviously, getting a new keeper, having the whole Mark being a defender dynamic is cool and interesting. Mark's whole, you know, depression arc after Nathan goes away, because Nathan can't handle just let's get better, let's get better, let's get better. It shows some amazing moments for the character. Sean's entire thing is phenomenal, absolutely amazing. It, like the plot, yes, it's a bit wacky and insane. That plays to its strengths when you're watching the series. It absolutely works. Characters I've just talked about, great. I think the biggest thing I appreciate about this is the fact that they're like, no, they're not humans. They're just people who've been powered up by a crystal, which, yes, is ridiculous. There is no denying how absolutely ridiculous that is. But it keeps it grounded. Or it keeps it more grounded than, you know, Go does when they're actually aliens. Really? But look at the ironclad guardian got here. Oh yeah! Not one number 2 though, surprisingly. Power charge. No, damn it. But yeah, the fact that it keeps it grounded, because think of it like this. Go Galaxy did aliens, and then it ended. Like actual aliens. If there were actual aliens, if they were actual aliens in Inazuma 11 2, where would it go from there? It would just be like, oh yeah, you know, it's think about it. If we go from we're beating aliens to, oh hell yeah, to oh we're facing other just regular international teams, it'd be a bit weird, you know? You're like, but why? We went from this to. Think of it as the same feeling of if you know. It's obviously the same galaxy, so you know what galaxy is going to be. But by far the most disappointing point of Galaxy is the first preliminary matches, because you're like, we've just been traveling through time. We've had we've had JoJo stands and spirits, you know, to fight with. Then we traveled through time to get the powers of a bunch of mythical figures to face the super evil team 200 years in the future. And you're like, great, no? And it's like, okay, all your previous powers are banned, or we just conveniently forget about them. And now it's an international tournament, nationals, and you're just sitting here like, what? What happened to, you know, it's not just step down, it's this. obviously there's a whole setup, but imagine like not knowing about Galaxy and just watching it and you're like, you know, you'd be disappointed. And that's the main point I'm trying to get home with this, is keeping it as not actual aliens allows season 3 to really shine, which, you know, it's season 3. It's a fucking phenomenal, like, absolutely insane. That's what I appreciate about season 2, and also the fact that a lot of their characters actually come back for season 3 too, because obviously now that they're all, you know, real, they're not aliens. It's kind of, oh fuck off. They're just people, you know, kind of people the same age, just being used. Just like, okay, well, why not have them show up again? They do. But yeah, rank, you know, quite a long time ago. Videos. I'd probably rate, and I'll just speak. I can't rate the games. In mind, this, I will make it simple. I'll just do the anime. I'd say it's my. Ooh, that's a tough one, actually. I'd probably say it's my third favourite. Yeah, season 2 is my third favourite Inazuma 11 season. This is including, you know, Go, not including Ares and Orion. But even if it did, that wouldn't change anything, to be honest. Probably go Chrono Stones, because I love Chrono Stones so much. FFI, so season 3, season 2, season 1. It would be Go 1, then Go Galaxy. That would be roughly my thing. So, but again, even like Go Galaxy, I have least experience, and that's probably the weakest. But Go, you know, Go 1's still like a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. For me, I enjoy the scale, not this is amazing and like the best thing ever scale. The difference between ranking between enjoyment and objective, you know, abilities. But that's a discussion for another time. Well, I took that entire match, so sorry, editor me. But that is the BB Stadium complete. Thank you very much for our reward. And thank you very much for watching this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you all next time for when we are the second team in Alias Academy. My favourite of the aliens, Epsilon. See you guys then. Oh boy, that's tiring. Fucking hell, I'm surprised. Why do I... No. Why does this make me need to sleep? I swear, it makes me feel like I need to sleep. Just because of how mind-numbing BB Stadium can get. But that's that. I actually got it done. I was going to 2 in a row, but I'm genuinely worried I'd fall asleep, so I might do another one in a few hours. We'll see. But that's all. See you guys either later on tonight or tomorrow. See you guys then.